So, working on the Corniches. The Corniche? Corniches? I don't know. I have two of these damn things. And the red 1995 that I'm working on, I'm redoing the whole stereo. I know you guys watched me go in and fuck with the door speakers in the back here. They still suck. Those old speakers are all like blown for, like they're not, if I turn them up loud enough I can hear them good, then they vibrate. And the ones in the back suck. So what I did was, the size I settled on was 5 1/4. These are Rockford Fosgate kicker primes. That's a coaxial center cone speaker with a little tweeter in the middle. I went out with 5 1/4 because, I'll explain. So the ones that are in the back are 5 1/4 that go into that little armrest area. So for not a lot of money, I got these ABS plastic speaker molds. And I'm gonna put these down into the kick wells, the foot kick wells of the Corniche way down there. So basically this will, I'll cut a hole in this and that'll mount in there. So you can imagine it's gonna stick out just a little bit. So I'm gonna see what can be done on that. I'm gonna paint these burgundy. I'm not gonna do these today, they're sitting here. So I gotta put them away. I just was inspecting them before I go crazy with them here. Let's see here. Let's go with this. Let's go with it. Oh, let me see. Put these back in the box. A couple of projects going on here. Oh, I see, all these wire. Came with speaker wire. And screws. And instructions. Full range speakers. They weren't a lot of money. They were only like 150 bucks or whatever for the pair. Or for the two pairs. Now, I had bought these spacers, but they're too big. But it just so happens that they fit perfectly on the inside of this, right? So what I'm gonna do, and I'll make a video about this, like a regular video. I wanted to use these as spacers like this for the speaker, but they're too big. The ones they're supposed to be for 5 1/4, and these are for 6. And they were advertised as 5 1/4, but there's really no way to mount these. I mean, I guess they expect you to just have a long screw that goes all the way through the speaker to all the way in. This is what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna super glue with clamps. I'm gonna super glue them to the interior like that because they fit exactly. Then once this is open, I'll go in and I'll screw these in so that they'll be flush. And I'm gonna spray paint these with a burgundy red paint and they'll match. So when I put them down into the kick wells, down by your feet, right, it'll have the speaker thing. And then I'll have 2 5 1/4s in the kick wells. And maybe I'll even have the ones in the doors operating as well, but I might just cut those out. Just cut the wires to them and run the wires to these. I'll experiment with it. Because then you're driving 2 sets of speakers on the same channel. You know, you're daisy chaining them. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Totally not. So I'll just put these Rockfords in there. But that's for a different time, maybe tomorrow or something, because I don't want to rip the car apart. What is today? Thursday? So like I'll probably wait till Sunday or something to do it because I might want to take the car out this weekend and I don't want to, you know, rip it apart yet. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who that could be. This motherfucker will call me every single time. See, this is why I went and got another iPhone so that I could do my live videos on that. Because without fail, The minute I go live on my fucking thing, you will call. So I went and got another phone. He hung up on me. That motherfucker. It's like without fail, like clockwork. Like clockwork. The fucking within 5 minutes of going live, whether I'm doing karaoke, doing my band, doing my talk show, doesn't fucking matter. It's like he gets this spidey sense. And he will call, and normally it would have turned the fucking phone off. You would have dropped this thing and went to his call. Every single time. Every single time. And I cannot fucking figure out, like, I don't know what it is. I've asked everybody, I've tried to talk to everybody. And I'll put do not disturb on. The only thing, and he still gets through. I don't know what the fuck iPhone do not disturb is for if they can still call. It pisses me off so much. I'm like, I put do not disturb on and it fucking rings. The only way to prevent it is like when I'm doing one of my Bobby's Vegas videos or something like that, I literally turn off all services, turn off the Wi-Fi, turn off the cell phone, turn off like everything. It's the only fucking way, like airplane mode, whatever, because no matter what I do, like he's on some kind of special call list, I don't know how to get him to get it to stop. Like I need somebody from Apple, I need to go to the Apple store. Yeah, he's in my favorites. So I guess I got to take him out of my favorites, but I need him to be in my favorites so I can pull him up. Maybe not. Maybe I should just take him out of my favorites. Maybe that's what it is. But do not disturb should mean do not fucking disturb. Fuck off. I'm busy. I don't care who you are. Don't call. I don't give a fuck if it's the president. You're not getting through. Do not disturb means don't fucking call me. It doesn't work. Am I wrong? I gotta take him out of my favorites if that's the key. You're not my favorite anymore, Eric. Look, he's texting me now. I was gonna go to that chicken place. I ate the other half of my Peter Luger burger from yesterday because I was hungry and I got tired of waiting on your ass. I'll go to dinner later. He wants to go eat. All right. So the thing I'm working on over here is the Rolls-Royce Corniche desk. What's that say? I believe when you are on Do Not Disturb, they can get through because the person calling gets asked, do you want to go through because you are on? I don't know. What's he want? I don't know what that picture is. He just sends me dumb shit. So this is the dash on the other Corniche. As you can see, I have painted it piano black. Doesn't look bad, does it? All right, so the issue here is that it has to be re-veneered. The wood on it's fucked. So it has to be re-veneered. So the way I look at it is this. I'm gonna put it in the car like this and they'll either love it or they can take it out and send it to a place that does re-veneering and it won't make a difference. They'll sand it down and put another veneer on it. It's not ruined. It's just been painted and lacquered. And all you need is one of these right here. In about 5 minutes, you take a sander like this and you sand this thing down and it'll be raw wood again. But check out how nice this, I love how this thing came out. Like, look at this glove box. I put the little RR on it. It's shiny as shit. You know, it's just dirty. It's got fingerprints and stuff on it. So I need to reassemble this dash because there's a lot of elements to this. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to come in here and put this back together. And I thought, well, fuck it. You guys can watch. You guys like to watch me do dumb shit? I need to put it back together. And you like to listen to me talk. So here you are. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get my little tray of screwdrivers. But see, I still need to paint this. So like this is a center console piece. And it's just like MDF. And it's trashed. The veneer's just gone. So I'm gonna paint it black and gloss it. So that's what I did. I basically painted it. This is the trick I learned. This is what somebody told me. I was gonna paint it gloss black and then gloss it. I go, no, you paint it flat black and then you gloss it. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And I said, well, that's how you do it. So, there you go. You can, the RR Gold Emblems, it's a nice touch. A guy on eBay sells them for $10. You get like 8 of them or something. And I think they're really, really well done. So, here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. Made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Here I go! All right. This piece of vinyl or leather wrapped trim. So what needs to happen is I need a couple of these nice cloths here. That's okay, I guess. I got a bunch of them over here. Because I need to lay it on its back. Or its face, I should say. These microfibers are a cost of doing business. You buy these at Sam's or Costco. It's like $15 and you get like a shit ton of them. But they're absolutely essential for just everything. Because the microfiber cloths are different than terry cloths. Because for what they're lint free for the most part. I don't really need this box anymore. And you know, you can wash them. Just depends on how dirty you get them. But what I usually do is I do them in a couple of stages. Basically, like, first stage is super clean stuff. Cleaning windows, polishing the car, whatever. And then the next stage after that is really dirty stuff. Like, you know, when you're working on an engine or, you know, like, you know, they get really dirty. Really, really dirty. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you can see everything from there. You see everything in my head? Oh, yeah. So, this thing, yeah. This thing just screws into place. What does it do? It's got a bend there. I need to pick that. Doyle. That's Eric's middle name, Doyle. These pliers are called Doyle. And this glove box goes over here. Now, I don't know if this goes in between. It doesn't look like it does. No, it does not. So I just set it there. I feel like I'm in a cooking show or something. So there's a bunch of these little bitty screws. Tell you, my hands are dry. I need to bring some lotion out here. It's a flat. You motherfucker. This is really boring work. It's just tedious. You know, you got these little tiny wood screws that are flat, so I can't use the electric screwdriver. And you have to be really careful with them because they have very thin torques, you know. like, you know, this hardwood will strip out. And it's not hard to fix when it does. You know, you just put a little wood filler, some glue. But you want to avoid that if you can. See, I think I just cracked that wood right there. You just got to get it just barely tight, you know, just finger tight. If you were using a drill on this, you would bust every one of them. So you just got to get it in there until you hit, you know, you can't even torque it. You just got to get it to where it stops and then just stop. Because it's just so delicate. You know, you're talking about a 1/4 inch long little wood screw. It's weird, you know, these handmade cars, you know. So this is normally going straight. You can't force these screws because it'll crack the wood. And it'll strip it. It doesn't have a lot of tolerance, you know. It'll just start spinning on you. So it just has to be done very delicately. It's a lot like watchmaking. You know, if you were fixing a watch, you just have to learn to do things patient. You can't be in a hurry. These things can't be rushed, and that's the thing about these cars. That's what makes them what they are. When you do this kind of work, when you mess with these, you start to understand what makes one of these cars what it is. You could never really, well, I shouldn't say you could. I mean, I guess in modern times, you could mechanize this, you could robotize this, you could be gluing this or using some kind of other rivet or something. But that's why cars don't have real wood in them. They have wood-like plastics and things. But because of the nature of working with a real wood, you know, you wouldn't be able to pop rivet this or just put it together. That's why they make those fake wood-covered plastics. You know, you buy a modern car, and they might have a little piece of wood that's been glued onto a piece of plastic, and that's been attached. But this is an actual slab of wood that is screwed onto a metal bar that then gets screwed onto the dash. I mean, that's a completely different thing. And if you were trying to recreate this process and build this whole car from scratch with just 1 or 2 people, it would take you years to do it. Years. And the car would have to be millions of dollars. It's like, and essentially that's how they were built. They were built by hand, by everything from teenagers up until old guys. Entire teams of people working in a wood shop, a leather shop, a metal shop, electrical. You had all these different teams of people doing different things. And then you understand why they only made a couple of these a year. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe they made like 1 a week or something. That's a larger screw. This is special. That's for something special. So yesterday I went to Caesar's Palace. I don't know if you watched the video I did on Peter Luger's. I'm just looking at this now, and I think, okay, let's check it. Yeah, Peter Luger, famous New York steakhouse. I wanted to go for lunch because I didn't want to have a $200 steak, so I just went and had their burger, and they only do the burger for lunch. And the burger was $25, $5 for fries, $2 for a piece of cheese, $5 for a Coke. It was $40 for the burger, fry, cheese, and a Coke. Then I gave a $20 tip, so $60 for lunch. But you know what? Almost everywhere you plop down to eat anything, it's stupid expensive. And I guess we've all heard about it until we're all blue in the face. We're all seeing it. Go to KFC, a bucket of chicken is $50, you know. It's just fucking insane, and I don't know how they're gonna fix it when they're going to fix it. Everybody just thinks, well, oh, okay, the new president's going to come in, maybe Trump will come in, or whoever it is, and then they're going to change things, and then everything will be cheap again, like it used to be. And I don't know if that's how it's going to work. You like to think so. You know, how is it going to work? I don't know. I don't get it. And I feel that it's just simply price gouging. It's like they just keep testing the market. They go, well, let's see how much they're willing to pay. Because the point is this, all of the companies are having record profits. They're making the most amount of money they've ever made. I go, well, wait a minute. That's just because you're charging us more. You know, it'd be different if they said, hey, there's a war going on, there's all these problems, things cost more to produce and to make, and all these other problems, and we're barely staying in business. But they're making record profits. But at the same time, you've got tons and tons of businesses that are going out of business. Like every day we hear about a different place going out of business, a different chain. They're either closing all their stores or at least some of them. And I don't know, listen, I'm not an economist, I'm not a politician, I can't say for sure what the reason is. I think that one of the biggest problems that we have in our country right now, in my opinion, and this might not be the case for you, but there's a lock that goes here, pretty sure. Where is that lock? Oh, you know what? I think it's still in the dash. That's what it is. So, anyway, going back to the subject at hand, censorship is a major problem for us right now. Now, people will say, oh, we have freedom of speech. No, you have freedom of speech in that you can say what you want, you won't go to jail for it. People don't understand what freedom of speech means. Like, I can say whatever I want, I won't go to jail for making that statement. However, you can't say whatever you want on these private platforms. I was on TikTok the other day. I go on TikTok and I was singing karaoke songs on TikTok. I like to do that. I have a following on there of about 69,000 followers, and I go on there and I sing songs, TikTok sing songs, and then people will sometimes give me money. You know, they'll join the TikTok and pay to hear me sing, and it's fun. And I was doing a lot of 80s songs. I gotta figure out how to say what I'm saying, because YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, you can't say certain words because their speech to text translates everything that I'm saying right now, runs it through their algorithm, and looks for keywords. Looks for particular keywords. And if you say these particular keywords that their algorithm determines is hate speech, then you will lose your privileges of using the service, of broadcasting, of whatever. And that's what happened to me on TikTok. Because I said something not hate speech. I was singing a lot of like 80s pop music, and the majority of the artists that I were covering were not straight. And I joked and said, I only sing, this is not what I actually said. I said something to the effect, using a word that starts with the letter G, and I said, I only sing these G songs, as a joke. I said, I like this G music and I only sing these G songs. And about 30 seconds later, the broadcast went black. And a pop-up popped up and said, your live privileges have been suspended due to hate speech behavior. I'm like, what the fuck? I just said the very opposite. I said I only support these things. Being sarcastic, of course. I mean, let's face it, like I'm in a Judas Priest tribute band where I perform as Rob Halford. I wear the clothing that he, you know, likes to wear. And I'm portraying a elderly homosexual man that wears these particular kinds of clothes, right? And that's the gig that I'm doing. I'm wearing BDSM leather clothing, and I'm portraying, you know, an elderly gay man, basically. There's that word again. I'm not supposed to say. So, so the issue is simply that, you know, these anti-hate speech programs that are prevalent in every one of these platforms are set up in a way that Americans or people, just whoever they are, wherever they are not allowed to voice their opinions or talk about social issues that might pertain to people's orientations, races, nationalities, their immigration status, and etc. Because any discussion of it is considered bullying and hate speech when it comes to talking about anything of the nature. And this is preventing us from having discussions about these situations. And that's a problem. How are we supposed to, as a society, decide what we want to do and who we're going to support and all these different things if we're not allowed to talk about any of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're being stifled, and we can't discuss certain things. You know? What are we going to do? How are we going to have these discussions? How do we decide what we want to do in our country? We're not allowed to talk about it. Doesn't seem right, does it? You know? And I'm going to say something rather controversial right now. But like, everybody should have the right to hate whatever they want. As long as you don't harm anybody. You know, I like Brussels sprouts. I mean, I sat by idly for a couple of years and watched a whole race of people. Well, actually, it's been going on for, you know, about 10 years now, almost now. That the whole world is against people who look like me. White, straight, American men are being discriminated against openly, without apology. And it's perfectly okay in our media. In movies, in commercials, in music, on the news, in protests. I mean, how could it be fair or just, you know, to openly hate another person's race because, or, their color. Like when you think about the BLM movement, the Bureau of Land Management, that people would just go out onto the streets and burn down businesses and openly be racist towards people who look like me. For what reason? Blame me for something that happened 200 fucking years ago that I had nothing to do with? And that's perfectly fine. But, so, you can't talk about what you want to talk about on these platforms because you're not allowed to. Unless, of course, you're one of those minorities. If you are one of the chosen few minorities, groups, whether that be race, nationality, immigration status, sexual orientation, you have free reign to do and say whatever you want. Shit ain't right. There it is. All these people complaining, yeah, it's not gonna look right. Fuck you, it looks awesome. You all are awful quiet over there. I didn't see any comments. I'm doing my political rants. Here's the other thing about this, is that people seem to assume that if you have any self-interest, like this is the real problem. White Americans are not allowed to have any self-interest. I'm not allowed, like just because I care about myself and my own interests doesn't mean that I am, quote, phobic or racist or hate. Does that make any sense? All right, here's the part that sucks. Is that I can't pull that black car in here. Or can I? Maybe I can. It has like no brakes. The brakes aren't even hooked up. Or the reservoir, It technically runs, and I technically could bring it in here, but there's a real danger of me slamming into the wall. And I need to go out there and put this dash back in. Let me see how hot it is out there. It says it's 94 out there. Let me see. It's kind of toasty. I mean, it's a little roasty out there. It's not ideal conditions by any means. I like it better in here where it's 74. Kind of liking the 74 in here. It's pretty nice. Let me, fuck. I also can't plug this thing in. But I wouldn't want to bring that car in here without help. That's for sure. Go to the other side. Take me to the other side. Shit, I just noticed something. I gotta put the clock back in this fucking thing first, which was gonna require some wiring modifications. Something right there. Just putting the clock in here. Oops. And seats in this thing are nice. It's getting dirty though. Let's see. There's got to be a way to move this seat. There we go. These seats are, I mean, their leather is very plush. You know, it's nice and soft. This car could come back. This car could come back nice. You know? You realize it's all just paint. Like, this is also a really desirable Alpine radio. I've been looking at Alpines. They're hard to get. So this clock, the issue is I have to modify this slightly. I don't know, that might work like that. I just need to get it so that, I don't know why there are these rags in here. I got a lot of stuff in here. Right, this doesn't make sense because how does this? Where's man? It's fucking hot in here, dude. I didn't feel like fucking. I'm sweating my ass off already. This fucking sucks. It's fucking hot. Where does this go? Where do I have an extra plug? Dude, it's fucking hot in here. This sucks. This sucks a lot. I need some better screwdrivers. Oh my god, I'm fucking sweating. I hate when it's hot. It's hot in here because it's summertime. It's, you know, metal box. I'm not sure if opening that door is going to make a big difference. I mean, I could open this door. It's behind the car. If it let in more light, I'm not sure if it would create a breeze for me or not. I don't know if that helps. This car doesn't have the bar. And I think it did, and they took it out and then put these speakers in where the bar went. Unless it came that way, but it doesn't seem like it would, because why wouldn't they just make it flush? But you could tell, that's what it looks like to me. That they took the bar out, put those speakers in. Which I could do to mine, you know. I just really wanted to preserve the bar. I just thought it was so cool, you know. I got a big pile of screws here. There's a wrench. This is just slow, tedious work. Shit, I forgot I was supposed to take some video of that dash laying in there and putting it together for the video. Fuck it, I don't care. That was pretty easy. Now. Okay, there's that thing. There it is, okay. Now that's a different thing. So, wait a second. It's gotta be in here. Oh yeah. Maybe. Keys. Some papers. There we go, that's what's important. More keys, fuses, that's the door to the cassette. What is that? That's a switch of some sort. Where that goes. So, okay. The difficult part is this right here. Getting these little screws in right there. The door has to be opened. It's hot in her. Dusty. Where does this go? Ah, shit. I really need to put this in first. So, I don't want this getting scratched up, but this little catch has to go. That's interesting. Why is it like that? This has been modified. And the screwdriver isn't going to fit. Of course not. This one will. Tedious, tedious, tedious. And this should have never been taken out. But it was. Okay. What's the deal? What's the problem, man? Does it go like that? I guess it do. So that screw goes right here. Strange. This is just hard and fucking tedious work, man. It's just a pain in the ass. Especially with a slotted screwdriver. I mean, the fucking slotted screw is the bane of the existence of these fucking cars. Of everything old. Phillips was like the greatest invention ever. The Phillips screw. Because the speed in which you can put shit together and everything just moves so slow. Trying to get it into the slot, trying to keep it in the slot. Sounds like my honeymoon. You knew I was going to say that. I'm not 100% sure that that screw goes with it. Is the fucking battery on this thing dead? Also got to make sure this is on the right side where it's supposed to be. Pretty sure it goes like that. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch. fuck, this is so hard because the fucking screws are so small. And trying to hold this thing. This is every single part of this car is really a two-person job. Somebody has to hold the fucking thing while you're doing the fucking thing. It's one of the reasons everything on it's so expensive. Like trying to do this by yourself as one person is so difficult. You know? Like how the fuck are you gonna do that by yourself? You can't. Like that's impossible. How? That don't make sense. You can't do it. Not easily. You know, and then you can't fit the screwdriver in there because it's fucking slotted. That's impossible. Because this is designed to be down. It's virtually impossible to do. And this isn't lining up. So fucking hot, dude. We haven't even gotten to the summer yet, but I'm just pouring fucking sweat. It's so fucking hot in here. I gotta get this car in that room. Is what's gotta happen next because fuck this. I mean, this is miserable. So fucking hot, dude. In this warehouse, because it's like and every time I try to put this fucking screw in the hole, it just comes right out. If it were a Phillips, you could put it on the end of the tip and then drive it in. But you can't do that with a slotted screw. See, there's no way to, you can't point the screw. You can't drive it and direct it. It's like playing that game Operation. And the worst thing is if you have a magnetic screwdriver, then it pulls it out every time you try to manipulate it. Well, I guess the solution would be just to ditch these screws and go get some Phillips screws of the same size, I guess would have been the fix. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing here. If you can. Phone's gonna overheat. not a lot of screws that hold this thing together. It's just like, it's kind of crazy how simple this is. That screw is not over there. This must take a larger one. Be careful not to let the screwdriver slip and scratch the dash. Shit. These little tiny small holes got kind of filled in with the paint and the lacquer. Alright, I gotta find, I keep dropping these little screws and they're small. I got a lot of shit on the floor here. Ow. Where did you go? My little screw friend seems to be lost. Just such tedious work. Very tedious. I definitely need some air conditioning in here. Like even if it doesn't air condition, if I just had a fucking air conditioner up on the roof blowing straight down on me right now, that would be fantastic. Like you'll never be able to actually air condition the building, but at least if you have cold air blowing on you, that's something. I think there's a screw that goes here. Clearly there is. But the screw hole has been like glossed over somehow. Trying to use my finger to protect the wood, so if I slip with the screwdriver I'll stab myself with the thumb instead. Isn't that nice? The sacrifices I make for this stupid car. think it looks good. Black. It looks awesome. Look at that. Isn't that better? Both of these battery lights are dead. Fuck me. I like it. How's it look? I think it looks good. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Send it to Gary Mavers. Maybe I should get a little video of it. I didn't get any video of me doing it. You know, there's no sense making a video about it. I should have filmed myself sanding it down, primering it, painting it, lacquering it, all that shit. I didn't do that. But, you know, it'll just be part of the car story. Let me get a good picture of it. I think it looks decent. I'm going to send that to Gary Mavers on his WhatsApp. Fuck off. Painted dash. Piano black. See, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 1 or 2 in the morning. I hope he doesn't get a notification from that. Man, you know what's sad is I have text messages on WhatsApp here from Vinnie Paul from when he was alive. Sucks, man. I miss Vinny. He loved this. Peanut butter and Fritos. He used to send me memes and shit. Fucking. Well, we would use WhatsApp when he was out of the country, you know. Because the text messaging back then was expensive internationally. Let me close this door. So when he would go on tour through Europe and shit, he would use WhatsApp. I didn't realize it's been around that long, but apparently it's been 20 years. Because I got text messages in there from like 2012. It's interesting. I fucking hate this door so much. This door sucks. I want this door replaced with a real garage door. I've been trying to get a garage door company to come over here, and I'm like, take this thing off and install me a roll-up door that's powered, you know, I'll pay for it. I don't care how much it costs, fucking do it. I can't get anybody to do it. Nobody will do it. You can't get anything done around here. People don't realize, like, there's nobody who works anymore. They don't want to do anything hard. You know? Oh, that's hard. Apparently there's so much easy money. I can't get this fucking thing to close. Like somebody has to push it from the outside. I had a hammer over here. It's the thing that sucks about old buildings like this. Open the fucking door. Now, I have to get Hippie to come close it. It's always some stupid shit. Why isn't this closing? There's no way to get any leverage. Finally. What a stupid system. Fuck. Hot and miserable. Fuck this. Oh, I feel so good in here. Holy shit. Constantly surrounded by this galvanized metal, and I'm constantly getting metal splinters. This sucks. And I bought myself some like nail hand brushes, you know, for cleaning my hands. Plug this phone in. And it's like, you know, like this finger always has like a metal splinter in it. Dude, those suck. It'll make you have a bad attitude when you just are in constant pain. You know what I mean? It's like I'm all the time digging out a fucking piece of metal. You know, you ever get that? It's like a sharp pain. It's just miserable. What does Eric want? Tippy. Mm. Um, hmm. Got a bunch of stupid messages here. Hold on. I'm trying to look at this dude's profile, but I hate, like, I don't understand how Facebook works sometimes, because, like, you know, someone will send you a message, but you can't look at their profile. You know, I don't understand how that works. You know, I want to know who this person is sending me a message. God damn it. Anyway. Okay, what's next? I got the dash painted, put back together, and installed. That was, so there's something done for the day. And my goal is just to put that black car back together and fucking sell it. I want to get the brakes kind of fixed. Just enough to work. I'm not going to restore the car. I don't have the time and the money and the effort to put it into it. I haven't listed it for sale or anything officially, but I know that if I put it on Facebook Marketplace, I'm going to get a gazillion calls. The guy that I bought it from, he had it listed, I think, for 20,000, or maybe it was 25. I think it was 20,000. Something like that. Which I thought was too cheap, which the whole world thought was too cheap, because it took him forever to respond. And he said he responded to me because I told him I already had several of these cars. But he said, man, I've gotten hundreds and hundreds of questions, you know, people asking about the car. And the big problem was he didn't know how to answer a question. He didn't know how to take a picture. I was trying to ask him certain questions and he just couldn't or wouldn't answer. And even while I was there looking at the car, people were showing up at his house, because what he ended up doing is he just started replying with his address. So I went over to his house, and he's one of those people who has like a cage around the door, and he didn't have a doorbell. There was no way to, so I was like banging on his garage, hello, hello. And I had texted him, told him I'm coming, I'll be there at that time. So finally he comes out, he's disabled, he's got like a cane, he can't walk too well. And he's like, there it is. And I'm like, okay. And he couldn't really tell me shit about it. And while I'm there, people are showing up. And I was kind of being a dick to him. I go, hey man, I'm looking at the car right now. Not a dick, but I was just like, hey, I'm here looking at the car right now. You're gonna have to come back later or something. You know, like you know. It's just like a unspoken etiquette. Now, it's a dick move, but the only thing you can do in that situation is say, hey, I'll pay the asking price. I'm not here to negotiate. You know, what I would do in that situation, if I really wanted the car or the item, I would say, are you willing to pay him the price he's asking right now? Because you're here first. If you're willing to do that, then do that transaction right now. But I'm here with cash. I'm ready to do this deal now. So somebody's at my gate. Mailman. Male person. So, I told this story before. I went to this estate sale with Eric, and I was looking at this piece of red Murano crystal. It was a bowl. And, you know, it was about this big. Little cereal bowl type. It was like a little bowl. The audio sounds like a fan or electrical interference is happening. Really? Did that change anything? Because I had it plugged in. Maybe the plug? How's the audio now? There's no sound in this room. There's nothing going on in here. I mean, the air conditioner's on, but you can't even hear it audibly. Did that make a difference? Maybe this plug is causing interference. Like a ground or something. Let me plug it back in and see what happens. Let me plug this in. I just plugged the charger in. Tell me if something weird's happening. Anyway, I was at this estate sale, and there was this red Murano bowl. It's a type of Italian crystal. And I'm holding it in my hand. And the guy says, and it had a tag on it, $40. And I simply said, is this Murano glass? And, you know, because I didn't see it marked. But while I'm holding it, what does yes mean? You have to explain to me what yes means. Because when you make a comment, it happens a minute later. I think it's the wind from the AC. That's impossible. The wind is over there. Like, there's no way that the wind from that, I mean, maybe, but. I don't see how that's possible. There's no sound in here whatsoever. It's totally quiet. It says, well, something weird is happening. The sound is worse when it's plugged in. That's the problem, the plug? If I unplug this? Could be this cord is bad or something. Let me try this. Let me see what happens if I do this. You know what? I got an idea. I'm gonna fucking stop. What is this stupid channel called? Bob's Prop Shop Webcam. Oh yeah. I hear that noise. Let me unplug this. I unplugged the. Oh yeah. I hear that noise. Let me unplug this. No, it's still doing it. We see what happens. Something with the plug. Let me see if I go outside. Maybe it's a data issue. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't turn anything off. Let me see. Yeah, I am hearing. That's weird. It's probably just a bad broadcast or something. Like, it's, I might just have to, nothing now? Let me see here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I do hear like a rattly noise, like a, you know, if I turn off these lights. I have to be able to plug the phone in or else it's gonna die. Like I had it plugged in the whole time last time. You know, like, I think it's just a bad broadcast. I need to end it anyway. I don't know, I'll try to tell this story. The point is that I was buying this piece of glass, and while I'm holding it in my hand, this other dude sat next to me goes, "You take $20 for that?" You know. And I go, "Dude, I'm holding it in my hand. I'm talking to the dude." I was like, "You know what? That's a dick move." And I said, "You know what? You want $40 for it? Here's $40. I go, "I just bought it." Fuck you. Guy was a clown. I mean, what a dick move. You don't do that. So while I'm looking at the car, this other guy shows up and he's like trying to talk to him. I go, hey. I'm in the middle of a negotiation. I'm talking to the guy about the car right now. So in that situation, if you're the other guy, right, and you're going to be the dick because you're trying to score a deal, you only have one option. You pull out the water money and go, "I have your asking price right here. Are you going to match that right now? Do you have the money to buy this car right now? Because I do." No? Get fucked. Let's make a deal, sir. That's how it's done. Still a dick move, but it's the only acceptable move. I've actually been that guy. When I bought this house, I showed up and the real estate agent says, "Well, we have some offers on it." I said, "Forget your offers. I'll pay your asking price. I'll take the house." And he goes, "Well, let me take that to the owners." And, "What's to take? You have it listed for this price. I'm willing to pay the price. I have the earnest money in my pocket right now. I can give you 1% cash now before I leave this room. Let's do it. I'm pre-approved out cash. Let's go. Let's do it." So we're done here. And guess what? If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be standing here today. If I hadn't done that, what was that? September of 2020 or 2021? I forget. It's pandemic bullshit. But anyway, if I hadn't done that, this house went up to $1 million by the time I bought it. I paid $700. And I never thought in a million years I'd pay $700,000 for a fucking building or a house, but here I am. But, you know, at least it's mine though. Otherwise I wouldn't have this house. I'd still be in fucking Dallas. All right, guys. Sounds like this broadcast is all crackly, so I'm gonna end it. I've been on here long enough. I've been on here an hour and a half or something. I got some shit done. I'll be back. You know, I'm stretching myself thin. I'm doing the Bob Beats Vegas. I'm doing my regular channel. Doing my talk show. Now I'm doing this. So, it's just getting to be cumbersome. All right. Catch you guys later. I'll probably Sunday I'm going to do the speakers. We'll see. All right. Catch you later.